Hi kids, here's a wee follow-up to my video about the Doctor Who missing episodes thing. I've watched the Film is Fabulous podcast, which is available on YouTube and linked below. But here's a transcript read by me explaining exactly what they said in their words. I've taken a few little liberties and cut out some of the unimportant sentences, but all the facts are here. Please watch this. Hopefully you'll get a better idea of what's happening. And then I have something to say at the end. So, as you can see, the missing episode podcasts listed below. Most of this statement was spoken by John Franklin. So Tim starts. I'm sure a reason a lot of people are listening is because there were some comments made on the Facebook page concerning missing episodes of Doctor Who. What can you tell us about Doctor Who? Well, I'll be the person that steps up to talk about this because, as I said earlier, I'm the one that is predominantly involved in the discussions with the individual collectors, the former industry professionals, and in the main with their estates or their representatives. So this is the situation as I can outline it. But I do want to preface this by saying a couple of things to your audience. So this really came about because there was a reply posted to a comment on our Facebook page. It wasn't an announcement of anything. It was a reply to a comment, and as we've noted many times, if you mention Doctor Who, things tend to escalate very quickly into a stall of speculation. We totally understand all of the excitement, all of the enthusiasm and the interest. So I'm going to say this with regards to collectors, former industry professionals and Doctor Who episodes. We are aware of several collectors, plural, with several episodes of Doctor Who that are missing from the archive, plural, that are in private collections and with former industry professionals. We are aware of those and we are actively discussing their whole collections. We're not going to just take the Doctor Who or the other bits they have. We're talking about the whole collections coming in, being catalogued and being managed in the way that we manage everything. So I hope that's a positive that your listeners take out of this. But the comment that was made on Facebook related specifically to one item, one unique set of circumstances with a film collector, and I'm going to give you some information about that. Of course, we have a duty of care which we cannot exceed, and I hope people will respect that. But I'm going to be as open and as honest as I can right now. Since 2023, I and a couple of other key members of the Film is Fabulous team have been aware of a large collection of films, thousands of films, that have become vulnerable. That collection contains some very important material, including a missing episode of Doctor Who. Now, it is a large collection, and there is a possibility that there are other episodes of Doctor Who in that collection, but at this moment in time, we know of one. Now, sadly, the collector who owns that collection has been in very poor health since COVID. They've been in and out of hospital, in respite care, and a couple of weeks ago they were admitted to a hospital for end-of-life care. And remember what we said, we're doing things with respect and we're doing things legally and morally, because if we make mistakes now, if we start doing things because there's an expedient requirement to do things in a wrong way, we will corrupt our opportunities to deal with people in the film collecting community overnight, and everything will come to an end. Now, in the background, we've been desperate to try and find a solution. We've been liaising with the local healthcare trust that have been the deputies, the administrator effectively for that gentleman's estate, which includes the films, and we couldn't really do anything until we became a registered charity, which we didn't get, although we had applied for registered charitable status on the 29th of January. We didn't actually get that confirmation until last Friday. So, of course, we acted immediately. We contacted the healthcare trust through our solicitor. Everything was progressing on a legal basis, and after slight delay, we'd had confirmation from the healthcare trust and their legal team that we could actually go into the property with their oversight, remove all of the films, bring them back to our secure facility, catalogue them, and once we had a catalogue, then make an offer for the entire collection to acquire and to safeguard the rare and missing items. And indeed, we're recording this on Friday the 10th of October, and that was the day we were due to go in and collect those items. We've got a lot of things set up. Indeed, a whole team of people to help assist. But, very sadly, the collector passed away earlier this week. and with the collector's demise, the jurisdiction of the healthcare trust ends. The items revert to the estate, and on examination of the person's will, both executors of the estate are already dead. Therefore the will is invalid. It's called intestate. We will make an application to the court to do exactly what we had agreed to do with the healthcare trust. Now, our solicitor, who's acting obviously on our behalf, thinks we've got an absolutely good chance of doing that very quickly, because we're not involved in the sale of the property and other aspects of the estate. The healthcare trust were delighted that we'd actually go in and look after all of the films, because of course that's a function that they didn't really want to do. So where are we? We didn't make an announcement about that item. It was a comment and everything's blown up. Well, of course, we've had to respond, and we are doing everything legally with propriety to make sure we secure that collection and can return that missing episode of Doctor Who and other items to the rights holder. Now, I do want to make a comment which could be construed as a rebuke to Doctor Who fandom and general people that are interested in cinema and television and so forth, because some of the things have gone beyond the threshold. As I said, we understand the excitement and the enthusiasm, but we do not want people turning up at De Montfort University uninvited, trying to get access to special collections so that they can look at the films. Now, I've had it once, we don't want it again, and we will not tolerate under any circumstances abuse or threats of physical violence against our persons and the team because we will not share details of the collector and the films with certain individuals. That has resulted and will result in police involvement. Now, I'm sorry to say those things, but we've had such a tremendous response, enjoyed all of the positives from 99.99% of people who follow fandom and Doctor Who, but there are a small number of people that do not understand where the line is. And I'm afraid, I think some of the frenzy that's built up with this comment encourages that. So can I just ask people to give us the space to conclude all the things that we're doing? You will be very, very happy with the announcements when they come, but we just need the space to be able to do that now.
Well, those are the facts. So it's not all bad news, it's not all good news, but it's hopeful so far. What I'd like to say is I can't believe people have turned up at De Montfort University demanding to see the shows or the episodes or the films or the collections, and also engaging in physical threats. I mean, come on, people. It's a flipping sci-fi show with plastic monsters. I mean, give your head a wobble. If you're going to actually physically threaten people over missing episodes of Doctor Who, you really need to sort out your priorities. And I hope that the people at the university manage to prosecute you if you're going to resort to stupid stuff like that. I thought Doctor Who fans were a bit more intelligent and a bit more sensible than that. Goodness me, what's fandom coming to? If you're thinking of turning up at that university with some sort of axe to grind, just don't. It's not what anyone would want. It's not what the Doctor would want. It's not what the Daleks would do. Look, at the end of the day, things will happen. Like they said, we'll be very happy with the announcements coming. So just leave it at that, okay? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.